just the person I wanted to see, too. Come on in, kid. Have a seat. You doing okay? Of course you are. You're above ground and you're breathing, aren't you? Best of all, you're about to watch another video from me, Screwface Capone, the gaming mobster. How lucky are you? Besides, any day you're above ground and breathing, it's a good day. So anyway, it's time for another trailer takedown. Now I know I'm not as dressed up as I usually am. Don't got my hat or my do-rag with me. Reason for that is I've been grinding all night. I just put up another episode of the podcast that's going to be launching by the time you watch this video. And there are some streams I just recently uploaded. So, I wanted to knock this out because, I've been grinding all day. The grind never stops. And the hustle never stops when it comes to my platform and my content. Speaking of which, one of my goals for this platform is to spotlight upcoming triple indie and mid-shelf titles. So, today we got one, thus this is the trailer takedown. So this is Dying Breed. This is an upcoming RTS game. If you're into RTS games, that's real-time strategy for those of you new to the channel and might not be in the know. So if you're into RTS games, you've been eating pretty good these past few years. You've had Age of Empires 4, you've had the Total War games, Company of Heroes 3, and Crossfire Legion, and they also announced Tempest Rising at the THQ Nordic Showcase last week. So what this is, this is another one that's about to come out. It's being published by Microprose software, and it's developed by Sarnayer. And apparently this is their first game, or at least the first game developed under their name on Steam. And they recently signed a deal with Microprose to publish this game, Dying Breed. So we're going to hop right in and take a look at the trailer. Now you can tell what look they're going for with this. You got that 1995 style graphics and a little cutscene. So again, you can see what they're going for with the graphics, like with the simplest, like the little simple play models and fire effects and all that. So of course you'll notice that there's more of a zombies and creatures that are more, I don't want to say supernatural, but a more horror-based element.
I want you to wishlist Dying Breed. Groovy.
So yeah, you basically got that 90s cheesiness. Let's take a look at this trailer too. So this is pretty much the same footage that we saw before.
I want you to play Die and Breed.
Now I want you to play the game, not just wishlist it. Alright, so that is Dying Breed. So let's say it's a Golden Age RTS classic, so you can tell that it's inspired by games like Command and Conquer, and there's in Earth 2130, I think it is. So Dying Breed takes players back to the first generation of real-time strategy games. This game will take you on a journey through a post-apocalyptic world where you have to build your base, you have resources. Along the way, you'll encounter a cast of memorable characters, explore a vast and ever-changing world, and battle against fearsome foes. Action thriller with a killer OST. So of course you heard that music playing earlier, and it's very reminiscent of that Command and Conquer soundtrack. So Dying Breed is not for the faint of heart. So yeah, it's not just aping games like Command and Conquer. It's more it's got that style and aesthetic, but it's got its own thing going on as far as its theme. Because you see like all the zombies and the creatures. So it almost feels like that game We Are Billions, where you build a base and you try to defend it from like zombies who are invading it. So it looks like it sounds like it's gonna be like in a big open world, like with a lot of choices and stuff. So we'll learn more about it once we play the game. This is Dying Breed. Like the main thing with these types of games, like when you see games like this, they're acting as homages to these classic games. The main thing you want to see is to make sure that it's doing enough to set itself apart from other games, and not just aping what made those great. It looks like Sarnayer is making strides toward that. And of course, you'll notice the publisher Microprose software. This actually isn't the original Microprose. This is just another. This is a company that was established a few years ago that basically bought out the name, and they've put out several games under the brand for the past few years. Here's another one, Ground Breach, which is a military FPS shooter. You got like stuff like Flight Sims. Here's Mech Engineer. And they've also put out some RTS games of their own. And here's Crossover Roll for Initiative, which is a puzzle strategy RPG, it looks like. Here's Tiny Football, Carrier Command, Tiny Combat Arena. And they've also put out like a lot of classic catalog from the original Microprose. I actually did a special on them like a few years ago, so I'll send you a link to that. So yeah, but let's check out Sarnayer's social media page. I told my other monitor, so I gotta drag it over here. So this is Dying Breed. I'm definitely gonna follow these guys. Because I'm liking what I see so far. Let's see, Five Nations Renegades. Is this another first-person shooter? So it's just basic stuff about the game. Hero Scientist Ladies in Action. So yeah, it's basically just retweets of other games that they like, as well as screenshots and videos from their game. So definitely some cool stuff. So if you like what you're seeing so far, of course make sure you follow them and you can learn more about what they're putting out. So what else they got? Here's Dying Breed on YouTube. autoplay. So of course it looks like, so you can see more videos of gameplay. So like the good thing about this is that like they're showing you a lot of what's going to be in the game. Like a lot of gameplay instead of just concept art and concept videos. You got a website? Let's see if they got a website. About, links. You got Facebook, Reddit, Linktree, and here it is, Play Dying Breed, the website. Ooh, there's a demo. So I'll have to check that out sometime. Now, are these like both factions? Like, can you play as the humans and the bugs? Here's the manual, too. It's a pretty odd choice. So these are like all the, this is what it looks like. But it kind of looks like a throwback to those classic games, too. So I wonder if you can play as the worms, too. Or if there's another faction that you can play as. Alright. Empire Ascending Order. Alright. So it looks like you can play as the bad guys. So that was another big thing about the old Command & Conquer games. Like, they had two stories for, one for the good guys and one for the bad guys. So yeah, it's two campaigns. They got Facebook, they got Twitter, they got YouTube. Here are bugs. So I guess you can go here and report bugs. So whatever websites they got a Patreon and they got a link tree. What's in the link tree? So you got two demos. They got Instagram. So yeah, that's pretty much it for Dying Breed. I'll have a link to these in the description of this video. So like I said earlier, if you like RTS games, you know, and you're gonna be eating pretty good if you know where to look. Especially if you like that classic old school style of RPG where you build bases, you train lots of units, and you basically bulldoze your opponent. So this is definitely something that I'm looking forward to. It's being published by Microprose, and it's definitely got like all the hallmarks of that classic style of RTS. And hopefully the game will mesh up and meet expectations. So that's pretty much it. So yeah, so my goal for this channel is to spotlight upcoming indie and I guess you would say mid-shelf games. I also like to cover retro titles and do gaming documentaries. I put up a pretty big one about Data East several days ago. It's been getting a lot of views lately, so check that out. I'll put a link to that. Also, I like to take a look at retro gaming related tech, you know, such as like plug and play consoles and things like that. So if all that sounds good to you, you want to join the Mafia, hit that subscribe button, click the bell icon, that way you'll be notified whenever I put out new videos. That way you'll join the Mafia and you'll become a made man. And let me know what you think in the comments. If you like what you just saw, please consider hitting that thumbs up icon. Now, like I said earlier, I did do a video about Microprose a few years ago when I first learned that there was a new company behind them. So if you want to watch that video, then that just popped up on your screen. And you can also check out that Data East video too. That popped up on your screen too. So definitely check those out, and I hope to see you next time. Until then, have a great weekend. I'm Audi 51,000G.